I did not have any work experience before I joined BlackFemaleProject, actually. I had just graduated college in May before I joined. The major drawing point was that I got to work for and with all Black women, which is not something that I had ever heard of anyone really having that experience before. And just knowing that I'd be able to put what I learned in college to direct use with graphic design. I've worked for BlackFemaleProject for almost exactly a year now. My name is Keiani Allen, and I work for BlackFemaleProject. BlackFemaleProject's mission is to uplift the voices of Black women, affirm our experiences, and offer insights to achieving self-defined success in the workplace and beyond. The BlackFemaleProject team feels special in the way that I feel cared for when I'm here, and I also feel like I'm heard. And I'm not sure that many other places have environments where they're really taking in the information and the insights and the experience from the younger people who work for them. I just feel like I can be 100% of myself without needing to relegate part of my personality away or to compartmentalize myself. My role is graphic designer. On a day-to-day basis, I'm either designing things like e-blasts or Instagram posts, things from presentations to event graphics, trying to encourage people to come to events that are healing, or really anything that requires design or some level of visual interest. That is what I'm doing. But I think I've always been quite adaptable, but the feeling of being given the opportunity to explore and I'm encouraged to try new things. I'm refining that adaptability, but also the exploration is just fun. A challenge that I've encountered that I would almost say was more of a learning experience and almost a thought process change that I had to go through was speaking more in terms of assets instead of deficit. Speaking of visual language is different than verbal. So in terms of writing copy or seeing the way that our writer Dana writes copy and trying to transfer that over into the way that I'm portraying people in a design, making sure that we can see Black women's faces, seeing Black women smiling. Those are all important things to the way that BlackFemaleProject uses design and photos and images. And that was something that I hadn't thought about before, trying to figure out essentially how to show that visually was a couple of months of learning, but really asking questions was a way that I got through it and almost absorbing through what other people are doing. I'd say my favorite experience was getting to table at the Black Vines annual event, but it was amazing to see the way that people showed up for Black women, even if they weren't Black women. We had plenty of people coming by the table who were donating, who just wanted to learn about what we did, who really just wanted to become involved with us. I just found that incredibly interesting and eye-opening. Prior to that moment, I had just been interacting so much with Black women that it just felt like only Black women were advocating for other Black women. And that wasn't the case. Almost every meeting that we have before we get started on anything, we look at the mission, our vision, and the values. And I think that looking at all of those recenters me as to why we're doing any of this. But in particular, I think the values make me reflect more on my personal life almost than the work itself. It's almost a recentering of who I am. In the future, I can see myself continuing to work with BlackFemaleProject, not only just as a graphic designer, but in the way that they give you so many opportunities and so many connections, one of which I've gotten through Eureka. She has shared with me so much of her own resources and her relationships with other people that I've been able to leverage as a young person, to have all of these resources and be able to talk to literally everyone who works at BlackFemaleProject and then be able to say, oh, I have someone. So I can see that happening more of just being a part of this Black Female Project ecosystem that feels so loving. To someone who graduated recently or is graduating now, I would advise them to ask as many questions as possible. The second part of that is to be yourself as soon as you walk in the door. So through working at Black Female Project, I feel like I've learned that I don't want to be in spaces or around people who are not loving and accepting. I don't have to be. So why would I choose to be in places that aren't that?